like, we need a sub and see if you know that
Dude,
shit.
I would have shit.
Uh,
I don't think I've played that. Welcome everybody to another Monday Night Madness EPE. Tonight, joined with Bible observers, going to be Synthronix. We have a clash of global SARS Smokosaurus versus Lactose Legends. Bible, are you ready for this?
I am definitely ready. It's always fun to watch the global tier in EPE. These are players that know what they're doing, and it should be pretty entertaining, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, we always see high utility usage, just outright aim power. And I think a little more team cohesion. So really curious to see how this shakes up. I do have to say, I know for a fact my team SAR, we currently have 3 subs subbing in tonight. So really curious to see how that changes the dynamic of the team as these maps play out.
I would definitely say that puts them at a disadvantage. It's always possible, though, that subs at this level can just pug it out, come out with the crazy aim and just run down the enemy. But cohesion is not usually great when you get 3 randoms in a team.
No, I think you really will see a little bit of that pug style map play. I do believe the maps tonight, Dust 2 and Mirage. So I think that's kind of favorable to a team that might consist of 3 subs subbing in.
Yeah, Dust is one of those maps that's just classic. It's iconic. Valve changed it with the last major iteration so that some of the timings are different. CTs can get into lower and fight rather aggressively. And a lot of the terrorist plays seem to be having to find an early foothold while fighting off the CT aggression. It's a little different, plays differently than how I remember it 10 years ago when I was really trying to get into the Dust 2 mindset. Mirage, though, I mean, that's also another CS classic, has not changed much in all of these years. So I think we're going to see a lot of, I guess, standard Counter-Strike for what you'd expect. High-level plays with everybody knowing the maps, knowing the utility. Maybe there's going to be some surprises with missed utility on Mirage due to some of the more recent changes, but I think we're in for an action-packed night.
Yeah, I really think so. Kind of alluding what you said about Dust 2, the timings that does impact it. You have to be more cautious of are they lower tunnel. Definitely need to have that person down middle gunning. You'll see terrorists take cat a lot more fluently now. It's much easier to throw that mid door smoke. Terrorists just being a pester on long A, not necessarily always pushing out unless I think it's a snowball effect or a squad effect, the entire team going. CTs, some of the changes, I think that we'll see a lot more floating of just one player B. Probably not as many gamble stacks like we're used to seeing in CSGO. But really curious to see what shakes up. I think teams are starting to connect to the server in warm up mode. Pretty excited for tonight's matches. I mean, it felt like over the last couple weeks, we've really just casted a lot of nuke and train.
Which is a little bit surprising. Those were not the most popular maps during Valve's last season in CS2. It was Mirage and Dust 2 and maps like that are more like staples of CS that you'd expect to be seeing. So this might, I mean, it's hard to gauge right away, right? This could be an indication that players are getting a little bit tired of Mirage and Dust 2, or it could be that to get a competitive advantage, teams are willing to play the maps that are less common, less liked, less popular, and to see what they can do to throw their opponent off their game. But if that's the case, it seems like everybody's willing to do that, to get off the more popular maps usually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's I would definitely say that out of the map pool lately, it feels like Overpass is the least played map. Followed closely by Dust 2, surprisingly.
We'll have to see also if the trend continues of in the global tier, it seems that we usually find one team will run away with a particular map. They don't make it a close match. And then sometimes it's the next map, the other team makes their statement and goes running away with it. I think
Yeah.
this is probably like, again, we're talking 2 maps that are probably very well known. I think the last time like we were really noticing that trend of one team running away was like it was on Train, I think. And then I think the next time we noticed it was Nuke. So, again, those are maps that maybe you don't come in with the best prep, or you come in with some prep and the other team has just completely, outclassed you because they have a better plan. I don't think
Yeah.
that's really possible to do from like a map like Mirage per se, right? Like both these teams have to know how to play Mirage, right?
Yeah, I think filling in at any tier, you have a basic understanding of early round utility, just map awareness of, angles that you need to be peeking or common spots that CTs may start out on, and common executions you're going to face. So I think we're wrapping up the gentleman's agreement for the knife round. So just waiting for our observer to cut into the match. As we prepare for it, looks like we're getting live actually. EPE logo flashed up on the monitor. And here we go. Looks like we are actually tuning in live for the knife match. So curious to see what we have here. Big shout out to our streaming team. We have some new quick cuts, angles for the maps that we'll be able to flex on tonight. Really excited to see what we have in store. So we have Box, GM of Milk. No GM on the SAR side though, but no need for concern. I think we're still going to have, even with the subs, a pretty competitive game, hopefully. So as we wait for the match to start, we're going to have a quick tech. Curious to see which team we have starting on which side. As mentioned, I think that a very common play across all spectrums of Counter-Strike is the fast 4CT middle, or even the full team middle. You think we'll see that here?
Yeah, I think we're going to see some aggression. Probably will be up mid. The big question when you push mid on CT side is, do you go lower or do you push all the way up towards top cat?
Yeah, it looks like we will not have any of that CT aggression. Terrorists moving up quickly, Cat. Looks like this is going to be an A hit. Yeah, they are not slowing down here. Box getting the opener. That Glock just deadly at this medium range. But ooh, Griffin and Saken, two of the subs pulling in. Griffin's down. Up to Google MK. Trying to pop off, not popping off there. Just down to Dark Rain and a 1v2. Now 1v1. Ozzy's just backing off, knows the bomb has to go down or he has to search for this kill. I do like the patience. Just be ready. Oh! The head peek doesn't get it. Rain's gonna know he has a safe plant here.
Smart.
Ozzy, yeah, very smart. Go ahead and get that money. Cautious of the jump up. Valve's addition of that box makes it. Oh! Kukley in the building, trying to attempt the famous shot. That Glock's very dangerous, though, up close. Ozzy's very aware of it, though. Trying to put himself in the best position here to get that headshot. Just playing around side on ramp. And oh, Ozzy gets it right there. That's the thing, that USPS, one-shot headshot, it's a done deal. Round falls the way of SAR.
That was definitely a nice 1v1. Very, very tense. The problem with that is that obviously with no helmets and pistol round, I mean, at that range, a Glock, USPS, doesn't matter what you've got. A pistol can rip your face right off. One false move, one good shot. That's all it takes. You got to give credit, though. Dark Rain getting the plant. You need the money. Now, they have a little bit more of a prerogative to make a decision as to what they want to do, and they are opting to buy. Side note is, I believe we're having slight audio issues for the casters, but I think it's all right on stream.
Yeah, I don't mind. We can definitely still call this game. CT's mopping up the terrace middle, too, pushing up Cat. Those Galils, I mean, they are very deadly, and definitely a needed weapon when you get the plant down. I don't think that there's a scenario where you don't try to get this rifle and rifle action. Nade coming out of Jazo's hand, not really connecting with the damage that he was hoping to deal. 97 and 98 sitting on both T's, although as I say that, Google's down. Jazo gets the follow-up kill. That is one of the concerns, though. As a terrorist, you get that encouragement of the bomb plant to buy 2-3 Galils. And if you do not win this bonus round, it kind of goes down.
I'm a little bit surprised that they fell so quickly, but they got another plant, which enables them again. They have the prerogative here. They want to force buy, and they say, yeah, let's do it. They have the confidence right now to say, look, eventually we're going to have a breakthrough. We keep doing the money. And if we start getting kills, counter-terrorist economy cannot take a slugfest of both sides trading rounds.
No, I mean, the only major concern is, walking through the Tie Lord. Caught out on the molly. They're going to hear him burn as well as reload here. CT's popping off. There goes Griffin. Getting an opener with that Galil. That's a free kill. Jazo manages to get 2, 3. Brings the round back in the favor of Binu. Has a tall order ahead of him. That Galil blinded, not going to get it. Jazo holds down with that 4K long A. Now, that is one thing I wanted to comment, because you're right. You get the bomb plant, you can buy back in. You do not get that bomb plant and you lose those weapons, it's a done deal written. You're saving the next round. Also, CTs, if you can manage to get through these rounds with 2, 3, 4 players alive, like what we saw last round, you're just stuffing cash into that reserve.
Definitely. Right now, counter-terrorists have a very good economy moving forward. They are in danger if they get wiped, but I mean, if you look at T-side economy right now, they're opting to save. They don't really have a choice. You got a couple deagles and some utility. So
Yeah, you cannot rule out the deagles. We have seen too many deagle rounds fall the way of the eco team.
Definitely. I agree with that, but I think it's more CT side to lose. That was a good nade.
Nade, yeah. Gets that extra util box, gonna move up. Here it comes. Can we get the 1D? Doesn't. Oh, sees the nade in second. So good, Molly. Forces the terrorists to retreat. I don't think they're in a position to get that gun. So, all's well so far. Oh, dark green.
There we go.
Trying to get the second. Shoots his teammate in the back. That rifle is collected. Griffin's going to get flanked from long. And 2C's. Can't even talk. Rounds happening so fast. 2C's going to make their way through CT. Not ready for Google. You know, Google, definitely a player that's on my watch list. Has been a solid sub. Gets signed by MLK and stepping up to the world now. Easy round for the terrorist. So, economy, as we mentioned, falls in the way. Or the economy. Look at that. I don't know what's happening to me tonight, Bible. The eco falls in the way of terrorist. Jazo, really curious to see what he can do tonight. I mean, that's definitely somebody that we moved up from the practice squad. Showed a lot of potential in the games that he subbed for. Just really curious to see what happens. I mean, so far 3-1, still have a bye. Griffin has the op on him. I do like what I'm seeing from the CTs. Just a steady standard setup. CTs, yeah, staying with it. I like it. Terrorists are trying to poke and prod middle. Probably get somebody up on a cat. They're gonna walk right into this op. Griffin. Oh, sees it. Misses the shot. The jiggle peek. Goes in the favor of Google. He's gonna catch him out here. That's a very fast push. Where that rain is on long, or rain is long, they're gonna back off. Beans just holding down top of tunnels. Saken able to catch the first box. Collects the kill after a second. But Bean's gonna get a safe plant on the B here. Planted for tunnels. Comes out on the site and jumps on the box. I do like what I'm seeing here from him. Pretty safe. Nobody inching Jazo as I say that. Jazo aware somebody's there, but surprised no one is. Both terrorists on B site. Now, people say that this isn't a very hard site to retake, but I always say I just stack me A before you stack me B on a retake. Oh, with the util comes out, Bean spraying through, about to be surrounded, gets one, gets the second. What a round. That got scary very quickly.
Yeah, pulling out the utility is a very dangerous. I mean, that scenario is so dangerous all of the time. And now we noted that we saw it in the lower tiers here at EP that was a common problem. It's not so common here to have that sort of thing where you get caught with a grenade or smoke in your hand. But you can see why that the terrorists and the counter-terrorists are banking on that smoke either disappearing or staying, and the counter-terrorists make the right decision to push in when it's about to fade.
Yeah, just doesn't fall the way in their favor. Jayzo playing close with a molly. Gonna try to molly off Cat. Deter them from pushing up on a Griffin who's sitting with the Deagle. So it's the CT's turn to see if they can turn the tides. Nade comes out, connects for 29, not bad. Gonna fall off the point and rush back towards ramp, looks like. Jayzo posted up middle. Here's footsteps, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of hard. Hard to tell right now. We are unfortunately having a little bit of a tech issue, so I'm not able to give out those audio cues. But we'll do the best that we can in the interim. Stake and CS, posted up on B. Jayzo middle. Nobody home on this mid spot. Here's him coming. This is a smoke to B. Jumps down on the box. He's seen 3 players at this point. Doesn't matter. Dark's going to connect. B site's going to fall here shortly unless we just have a miraculous Deagle play. 1. Still though. Gets the frag. Terrorists swarming the site. Bombs going down safe. CTs are locked out behind the smoke. Not much you can really do here. I say almost you reposition and just try to go for some exits. Yep, clean up. Ozzy, nowhere to be found.
No, he's got nothing. I don't think so. Against the op too.
Yeah, that's a hard bargain there. I mean, 5-7 can do some damage, but long distance tunnel to an op, I don't think you're winning that very often.
Just like that, we're tied 3-3. Terrorists made it happen. I think the unfortunate thing is when they lost access to the B-bomb site 2 rounds ago and they didn't get that retake, there was a moment where a counter-terrorist was trying to get in a little bit earlier, and I think if they were a little bit more coordinated, they could have won that round. It's possible that...
Perfect.
It's possible that's due to the idea of the team not being as coordinated with the subs, because again, a reminder, counter-terrorist team here, Smokeosaurs are running with 3 subs today.
Yeah, one of which is a move up from Guardian to temporarily sub. That being Score Coffee. So definitely not hanging in with the big boys. I mean, 3 and 4, you know, I think that is, if you settle into this, you know, you can get a lot of confidence and really kind of play to the best that you can, especially if you have good teammates around you. It kind of excels you, you know, or makes you soar.
Sometimes I feel that if you're up against better opponents and you have better teammates, that sometimes you play up their level a little bit.
Yeah. So first kill coming in for Box. CT trying to pry their way out. Was that a scout on the ground? I'm not sure I feel super good about that push. Gonna connect with the first. Griffin, is he aware of seconds pushing out? Craps the off, retreats. He's gonna be surrounded. One's already looking down long and he's about to have one push. Yeah, catch one. This is gonna be easy headshot out of the round. 2 left from B. Are we gonna have a retake, or are we in the... We're almost in the business of saving rifles here, but CT's gonna go ahead and try to go for this.
They want it.
I think it's, yeah, I think a 3-3 catching the bomb. Oh, almost catches the bomb. Tylord able to swing it. You know, Ozzy, definitely a player that stands out. Can get it done, just not able to connect against being on that spray.
You know, I think the decision to push was because the plant hadn't come in yet. And because the plant wasn't pushed in, it's possible that you're going to catch the bomb planter out. It's possible that the team's not ready. They're not in the post-plant mentality. So it was definitely an interesting move to run in there. They just didn't have the numbers, but they brought it to a 1v1 very close. I think Ozzy could have done it, but he, just the way he was aiming, I think he was a little bit frazzled on that take.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'm not sure I feel super comfortable with the box top plant. Could have, you know, been a disaster if Ozzy was there second before. Ozzy already removed as we speak of him. So 4v5, Deagle's in hand. 2 on Cat. Jayzo does have a molly to try to deter them. But honestly, at this point in the round, terrorists sitting on the rifles and an op can kind of make their way around the map however they choose. Yeah, starting to mop up on their Seiken. Catching a banger, catching a second. I mean, oh, through the box. Tylord has it. Gonna get caught out by Griffin, who's sitting on that AK that was picked up. Bean makes his way out. Yep, this is a B hit right here. Gonna smoke doors. Molly not in time to catch him though. Both terrorists on a site. It's a tough one. I think here Jesus collected the op. I think this is a save. Oh, gonna go for it in a 1v2. You know, you're playing with 3 subs. I mean, why not? Show some individual prowess. Here's them burning. Nose one's lower. Not gonna do anything there. I mean, I get the play call 1v2. Maybe you're aware that one was hit, but sometimes that op is better saved than left on the ground.
I think it's possible they looked at the money and they're like, look, we're going to get a great buy next round. Just go for it. We win the 1v2, even better. We don't, we full buy.
Yeah, not wrong there. I think when I look at it, I look at 4 rounds left in the half. What could that really do for the economy if you did drop this round? But hey, that's why I'm spectating and I'm not playing right now. So, opener again from box. He's been very clutch with the op early round. Dark making his way up cat as well. We've got quite a bit of poking and prodding out of the terrorist early round. I think this is the fastest we've seen them move up cat outside of that rush on pistols eco. Yep, Dark gonna disrespect the smoke, peek out, nah, fooled. Ozzy catches him, steers the tees away a little bit. Gonna probably flashbang just to keep him honest. Yep. Do we have another B split here? Setting up for the smoke grenade. It's coming out. Terrorist gonna catch the CTs in quite a bad spot. I don't know who's 2 down in long A, but they need to start pushing. Yep, there it comes out. Gonna start taking some map control. It's only left to Sagan, and he's wiped from the round. Easy bomb site. Yeah. Box is just feeling it tonight. Throwing heater after heater. This has got to be a save. I mean, outside of window, you're blocked out of everything. Honestly, at this point, keep them in. Ozzy gonna push up with the op though. This is a disaster. Oh
no.
Bean gets the TK, but cleans up the frag. Oh, 3 kills for Bean. Wipes up the round, including a team kill. Counted as a 4K on the paper. Terrace, 6 rounds in a row.
Definitely seems like Smokeosaurus has lost the coordination that they had. They were definitely playing it well. They had individual plays. They seem to be doing well first 3 rounds. And I don't know what's really going on here. It just seems like they're clearly not getting the first pick. A lot of the time they're not holding, and then that's causing everything to fall apart. They need to get the first kill.
Yeah, not a lot of utility here. Ozzy gonna get 1, gets 2, reloads behind the pole, shifted back down into pit. Saken. Oh, the shotgun from Score Coffee. Gonna go ahead and situate 2 players over here on the long. That's gonna shift 1 middle and 1 on B. Bombs down and T-spawn though, so terrorists have to go back and pick it up. Now they're aware that there's a shotgun long as well, so know that the buy is not strong here. I think they've already seen the MP9 in play. I'm just gonna run away from those rifles, but as I say that, they're gonna potentially stack into the 1 rifle that is on B.
There's a rifle down long though. Makes you wonder why Score Coffee didn't grab that.
Yeah, here we go. B rush coming out. Op's gonna be posted up waiting for this player. Nope, everybody's committed. They're not checking it. This is a perfect opportunity. Gets 1, gets 2, and there's the 3rd. See, that's the type of round Frag Source need, or Smoke Source need to be playing with. You know, try to be cheeky, catch them off guard, late time. Terrorists have to rush to take the site. They can't check every angle and pounce on the opportunity.
That was genius. He had the timing. He had the knowledge of what was going on. He calmed out what was happening, and then he pounced. Perfectly executed, gets the 2 kills, and you really need to get 2, or you need to be able to time it where you get at least 1 when your teammates are running in.
Yeah, that quick exchange. B rush coming out here. Molly smokes the Molly. Pushed out. Oh, Ozzy. Ozzy, no. The trigger
No,
discipline
no.
does not go in the favor of him. Already smoked out a B. There's an opportunity for the bomb to go down here. Ooh. Bean does not care. Takes out one with him. 3v3. B retake here. Google MK is going to try to jump up and catch him window. See if they're ready for this. Oh, the nade in hand. Good kill from Saken. Snags one. They know where the last is as well. Oh, they're playing with each other in the smoke. This is not good. Time's tipping down. Griffin and Jayzo both have it. He's going to come through window here. Oh, the timing not in his favor. Got lost in the smoke. Not able to jump out and get that kill.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Smoker Stars was able to win that round with Ozzy getting nothing, because once you have that bomb site locked down with like 4 people in there, like, how are you supposed to crack it? How are you supposed to get in there? Fantastic job. The retake was actually like, it was a decent retake, right? It's unfortunate for the T's, the Lactose Legend, not being able to hold that post plant when you get the bomb site for free.
Yeah, I mean, it just the lack of firepower as far as rifles kind of played that hand. Terrorist stacking up here on middle, going to Cat. I do like this play.
Oh,
Might be able to catch a CT as he smokes it off. Oh, not going to be ready. The pre-fire starts. Ozzy, though. I mean, 2 kills is excellent for the situation you were put in. They're going to push up. Here we go. Griffin catches one. Catches a second. Only down to box. Doesn't have the op in hand, so I don't think we're going to see that firepower we saw out of him, and no, we don't.
good hold. You know, it's funny. They win 3 and then they lose 6 in a row, and it looks bad when you're down 3-6 and you lose the 6 in a row. You know, you could start to have confidence issues. You could start to wonder about the momentum. Like, what are we doing? Nothing's happening. You just got to keep playing your game. And then, lo and behold, they get 3 rounds in a row, a retake that they shouldn't have gotten. And then, you know, like, this round was a hold that they really needed to take. You just got to stay in it all the time. Counter-Strike is very much a mental game.
It is. Jayzo leading the way on 12 kills as we enter this T side. Curious to see what's going to be. B rush fast. One Molly's going to go down. There is one smoke to stop it. Actually, they are electing to hold it. And I think now we're going to see it as this smoke goes off. Do we have a missed smoke there? We do not. Perfect. I like this. So twice in a row, we have this quick rush by the CTs, or by the T's into B. Although we did see the CTs get the headshots fall into place as they rushed into A last round. There's one from Google. Score Coffee gonna pull it back though. Really, really happy to see what I'm seeing out of Coffee right now. Ooh. I mean, one of the players that I mentioned were moved up, typically on the practice squad of our Guardian team, really stepping into form here and showing that they can hang with the team.
Yeah, sometimes you just need the right environment. You need teammates that you can rely on. I know sometimes when you know, if you go pug with lower skilled players, you can get caught off guard when, like, if they're watching an angle and then they decide they're not going to watch it anymore, and you get flanked, and you're like, wait a minute, what was that? But when you got players that know what they're doing, they know their role, they're consistent, it's easier for you to shine.
Yeah, I do like this quick trade place. Dark holding down with the Deagle. That is definitely a gun that we saw that's been deadly all season long. That's okay. Saken gonna handle him. Knows that one's between CT. That smokeout's gonna cause some frustration, and it does. Down to Tylord and Box. MP9 and 5.7 it looks like. I mean, you can't roll out the 5.7. Now you can. Through the smoke, footsteps heard. Catches one. But that's all you're gonna do. Ace! Saken CS with the ace. Sub. Whew. I mean, no one's counting that it's pistols. An ace is an ace. Isn't that right, Bible?
That's the way I count it. You get 5, you get 5. That's what it counts. We don't have qualifiers yet in CS to say what kind of ace it is.
An ace is an ace. So another eco round coming in from the CTs. So opportunity for Smoke of Swords to go up 9-6 unless they fumble this. Here is the new mid rush. One. Op select. That P250 is deadly. Oh no, here it comes. Griffin coming in from lower tunnels to wipe up the rest of the round.
Yeah, this edition of Dust 2, I know it's been a while. Valve has changed it a long time ago. This is the way it is. But it just feels so weird to me to see the lower part of tunnels being so important for the rotation here. Terrorists can push through. They have fights in there in the lower and the upper tunnels early on. The whole round can be decided on the dynamics of what happened there. And if you're not even fighting there as the counter-terrorist, you can get flanked by lower. It's just such a weird setup now.
We have to be very cautious. Here we go. T's rushing into B. Tylord not flash as long as they think he was going to be, but a quick trade. This is definitely a B bomb site. Nobody middle though, so we're not going to have that flank coming on the CTs last minute. Score though, gonna try to go ahead and get in lower tunnels. No one's home. I hope to see a push out middle here.
Oh, this flank would be huge.
It would be massive. Oh, Bean cover. Oh, turns away. Gets the kill though, so we're in a 3v4. Saken is very low. Gets one though. No, doesn't get two. I thought he did. Oh, Jazo! Calm down, my friend. Google trying to get the pistol kill. Gets the kill. Oh, that one's gonna sting. He has it. Has the kit. What a round from the CTs coming in. I mean, that was chaotic. Jazo bringing it back quickly into a 1v1, just not able to capitalize.
Yeah, I thought that he had the flank. I thought that was a game-winning move right there. And then to see that Binu is like reading this, like, wait a minute, the terrorists aren't really peeking us. They're not doing anything. There could be somebody coming around behind. He checks. He's got the presence of mind to check, but you could see he's doubting himself. Like, well, there's nobody really there. Or maybe he's not there. Maybe he's back over on the A bomb site. He starts to look away, and it's just, oh no, what's going on here? Really chaotic.
I mean, Griffin gonna give the audio cue that one's out. Flashed and Bean capitalizes. They know two's here though, so gonna play it safe behind this molly. There's already a second CT here as well. Oh, Saken. I mean, just pulling out the frags. Jazo, clean up a second. They're gonna get this cross smoke. Although Tylord's here in elevator. Gonna hear the audio cues. I would expect him to push this smoke. Yeah, they're not gonna be ready for this. Easy frag. One. Nothing you can do. That first kill causes Jazo to have to look down at him, and that allows the cat person to kill him. So
I think that push though is very smart though. When you think like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's just the thing that's important there is that he heard both sets of footsteps cross. There's a danger when you've got, like, let's say 3 people alive and you're hearing them cross and you can't tell if it's 2 people or 3 people and you push out incorrectly. He knew exactly what he was doing and where those terrorists were.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think at that point you're in the point of the map where you're aware they're probably going to try to escalate quickly. And as I say that, Box with 2 kills to open it up. Tylord frags out for 2 as well. 4 kills between 2 players, and Griffin down to 6 HP. Can the Deagle connect? It's almost like once that second shot is missed, it's over with the Deagle.
That's that CT lower push that we were talking about. It gets to, like, that type of play can end the match, like, right there. Or it can change the economy and everything in one good round of the counter-terrorist pushing. And you see that he goes up there and gets 2 right away. And from there on, terrorists are, now they're split. Do you continue with your B push, or do you have to come back to fight that guy? And even if you get into this site, you kind of have to be aware there's a guy right behind you.
I mean, just surrounded. Shark in the water at that point. So, Dark Rain able to slow walk up to long here, mollied off. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a push here when he realizes nobody's home. Here it comes. Called it. Pushing out. He's already through the last long door. Gonna get,
They're
oh,
aware.
Griffin, waiting for it. I do like that map awareness to understand that nobody is watching that. So Google MK, gonna try to play close here in this smoke. Saken, nervous, is aware somebody's there. Google's gonna shift back across the stairs. I was about to say that would have been a free kill, and as I say that, Box is caught. Does it? Oh, I like the trade. I get the angle peak, but just unlucky. Oh, Saken. A 4v2, you don't have to rush any or force anything here. That's it. You're aware. Last player's A. Easy cleanup from Jayzo. Ozzy had to die for the cause, though.
It was worth it.
A round win is always worth it, even if you're the last player alive. So, 10-9. Do I dare say? Let's keep this game close.
Yeah, it's the CT economy is showing cracks. Dark Rain on a Deagle, full utility. Box on a FAMAS, very little utility.
Yeah, Terrace have to walk into those, well, here we go. There's one Deagle, FAMAS, 3 M4s. Saken gonna go ahead and get that kill in the box, so one of the rifles is out of the round. Google MK gets away with a assist there, I would say. Not true kill. Molly's count as they count. Death, or what is it? Kill after death. Bean, gonna get the flank here. Oh, that's just brutal. Brutal. 3K on the flank from Long. Although he's gonna get flanked from Suicide. But it's just up to Jayzo in a 1v3. I think if anybody in the server can do it, it's this guy right here. Dark, gonna pick up the op and post up on Cat watching Long. This is about to be the play right here. No utility on Jayzo. I'm sorry, he has a heat grenade and a molly. Not much to do here. Oh, misses the op shot. Misses the second one. Oh, this nade could be deadly. Oh,
Kobe.
we have a molly onto Cat. I mean, I can't say it can't get any better, but this is about as good as it's gonna get. Oh, the aim was almost there, but Tyler's gonna catch it. I told you. Be careful. Jayco could do it, or Jayzo could do it.
I liked what he was trying to do by forcing the engagement because it's unexpected. Unfortunately, the money now is bad for the T side, so maybe in that time you have to kind of just bite the bullet and say, okay, look, we got to play for the economy, get the bomb plant safe, and then do the wild swing. It's, you know, it's a decision, it's a gamble, and I like sometimes it's a crazy unexpected play, especially when you're down to a 1v1. Sometimes, you know, the unexpected is what wins the round.
Yeah. Well, T's humbled again. We're in a 10v10 match. Things slowed down. Terra's going to see if they can catch anybody off guard here. I do like this play from Griffin. He's aware that CTs have been pushing, but Rain's not going to fall for it. I think the IGL's calling out that this is probably an eco. Oh, sees the person middle. I'm hoping Box gets eyesight of multiple. Oh, taken. That's okay. Google's gonna clean up 2 kills middle. Jayzo's gonna walk out B right into this, right in the aim of Ty Lord. Easy frag, and we're here left with Griffin. Looping all the way from T spawn. Probably just gonna run out B and die here if they're not already in tunnels. The Magic Man calls the round again. Okay, down 11-10. You buy back into this round. What's the call here, Bible?
Well, it looks like they're going to have a good buy. The question is maybe if they want an op or not. You got to remember, though, Smokeosaurus is winning very good on a T-side round, and they lost to the long flank. So it's not like everything they're doing is wrong. They just got to keep playing their game here. I don't mind the long push. I think they should just send it, full send it.
Yeah, deep battle going down here. Terrorist already down 2. Box out of the round. I just ate a piece of ooh. Whew. I don't know about that one, chat. Anyways, I'll speak to it next round. I'll tell you all what it was. Spam in chat what you think I just ate. That was terrible. I think it'll surprise you. So, Saken, making his way up B tunnels. Jazo. God, gotta call him Jazo. Gotta call him Jazo. Tylord's posted up here again. I like this car play. It's very common. Not gonna connect. And actually, an op kill falling in the way of the terrorists. Now we're in a 4v1 or 3v1.
This is wild. They pulled it back. I thought with that failed push into long that Smokeosaurus was not going to be able to recover the round.
I mean, I was not either. So I thought I was eating a piece of fudge. It was actually a piece of caramel that we got while we were out of town in Orlando, and it was super salty. Took me by surprise, almost as much as Smokeosaurus is winning that round. But we're back. We're healthy. We got another frag. We got another round on the board. Not much we can complain about. 11-11. Do I dare say overtime?
Well, the economy's now 1,600 for Google, Google MK, and Box is down to 2850. They're gonna have one gun that Dark Rain can buy somebody. They're gonna have to get creative. You got to get creative with the money, and you got to get creative with where you push. I think aggression is probably the key ingredient in this recipe for success.
Yeah, I would agree so. Terrorist's gonna smoke corner. They're already out. I do like the molly to prevent that long rush. There it is. There's a nade. Not sure I agree with the options there, but Saken gonna take a gander. Not ready for this. That's a good dynamic duo. That nade really slowed him down. Don't peek this. Oh, just kidding. Do what you want, Score Coffee. Just know that there's a second player playing Edge Smoke. They are content on taking this. You know, if you can't succeed at first, throw another body, you know?
World War I strategies right there.
Here we go. They got another flank, though. This is going to be another round that we see CT come in behind them. No one's watching. This is about to be free kills. Box not electing to take it. Here it is. Now's the time to activate if you're going to activate. He's going to activate quickly. Yep. Already through the doors. Coming out. Does the flashbang... Oh. Jazo. Still connects on the kill from on top of car. I mean, nothing is taking this guy out right now.
I can't believe that flank didn't work. You know, it's unfortunate because the guy who's pushing the flank on the CT side is thinking, if I go now and they're watching me, it's all over. It's useless. I'm giving up everything. The problem, though, is that was the exact time the terrorists were not expecting the flank. And by the time he pushed out, it suddenly entered their mind, hey, there could be a flank now. And then Jason was actually watching.
I mean, Jazo stepping up into form here, I think might be one of the hottest players in league right now.
This buy is trash from the counter-terrorists.
Oh, it's atrocious. This is just try not to roll over and die. Jazo just adding to the pile here, sitting on 25 frags, followed by Saken as well. Score Coffee turning it up as well. Love to see it. You know, I'm not going to let my AGM bias play into factory here, but man, these guys are fragging out right now. Now, I will say, regardless of who's playing, if Tylord manages to pull this 1v5 off with this XM, it'll be one for the record books. The problem is that the pin's out. No one will be writing in that record book. And that's it, guys. Smokeosaurus is 13 rounds with 3 subs. Did you see that coming?
No, that was about as close as you can get. I mean, the only time it started to look like that is with the buy. The buy on the last round was so bad for the counter terrorists. I didn't think Lactose Legends had much of a chance. But otherwise, it was. I mean, we got the chat here saying this is an emotional roller coaster. It really is. Like, there is no way to predict who was actually going to walk away winning this until like the very end. Both teams showed up. Both teams were getting kills. Both teams were pulling plays, retakes, entries, everything. All the ingredients you needed for great Counter-Strike, and they kept it close every single round.
Yeah, I mean that's we talked about it before the match started that a lot of these games are really seeing one team kind of take off with the game. Really back and forth duking here. No team felt like they were in complete control of the match at any point there until what, the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, that was just absolutely unpredictable Counter-Strike. You could see the teams knew what they were doing, but there was enough room to be taken by surprise. It was absolutely a banger. It really was good. I'm really kind of expecting the same thing, honestly, to play out in Mirage. I'm expecting Smokosaurus to come out with very puggy, quick plays, hard-hitting moves backed up by individual skill. And then I'm expecting Lactose Legends to try to play the team game, coming out hard as a wall and playing as a shield.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're going to see a lot of what we saw here on Mirage, and really curious to see what we have. Everybody that's tuning in, give us just a few minutes. We'll be right back as they fire up the next map. Until then, stay tight. Welcome back, everybody. Impressive map by SAR on Dust 2. Curious to see what happens. We're in the 9th round currently. I cannot remember who picked this map, so we're about to find out together. For those, as we kind of kill a little bit of time, for those not aware, FAZEIT has updated their requirements for the client. So make sure you try to launch a game before next match day or your next match. Make sure you have everything set up, whether it's your BIOS settings, TPM, various other things. So, 9th round over. Waiting for the teams to pick their side. Curious to see what we have unfold here. Mirage is definitely a map that, I expect, and I say this every time we spectate it, I expect that mid utility on window, whether you're smoking it, there's super easy mid smokes. A default from the CTs to fan out. Nobody trying to do the long jump on mid, though. A little disappointed by that.
I know we've had some issues, though, with the smoke lineups with certain updates from Valve changing the lineups of certain jump throws and things like that. So every now and then, even from maybe professional players or high-level players, you'll see like miss smokes where it's like, wait, how did you miss that? And then it turns out, yeah, there's an update. You gotta tweak your lineup.
I think the first major one I saw was after they updated Ancient, and I was in a match, and somebody went to line up the first one, and they're like, "Whoa, what do I aim for?" But enough of the instant smokes. Where it looks like we're getting into our first round. Terrorists electing to push up middle quickly with 3 players. They're gonna get it. Catch. Oh, I say catch Dark off. Dark with 2 quick kills. Nade comes in as well. That's all right. Jazo, player to watch. Gets the go ahead there, but left in a 1v4. Tall order to ask. Here's one connector. Gonna back up slowly middle. Makes the footsteps. They know where he's at. Here comes the peek. Oh, gets the first. I like the shoulder shot. So, Swixor's able to pick up Dust 2 off of Lactose Legends pick. This is their map pick. So, definitely going to feel more comfortable on this map, I'd assume, if that's what the team collectively chose. All right, here we go. Jazo going to go ahead and enter into market. Sees one, knows one's by window, but doesn't matter. Box is going to lay him down. Really impressive round there and hold by Dark Rain on Cat. I think that's really what set this counter terrorist up for the win.
Yeah, definitely. Dark Rain's hold was very nice. Some crispy one taps. That's the kind of thing you want to see from, I mean, anybody on your CT side is to just hold the line, get 1 kill. I mean, if you get 1 kill, it's, that's good. But you really need to get 2 in order to say, hey, the CT is holding that position, because, a 1-to-1 trade is often said to favor the terrorists because they can still take site.
Yeah. So, opting to come into this quickly, we have a Palace Rush. That MP9 is going to be deadly at this distance, and Dinu, 4 kills. Man, that's going to be a lot of money in the bank.
I mean, what can you say to that? That's the way you're supposed to hold, right? Point, aim, track, mouse one all the way.
I mean, at that distance, I mean, the MP9's deadly. I do know they made some nerfs to it, but like I said, at that distance, it's just as deadly as it was before patch. So here we go. Quick util coming out of the CT is gonna molly off ramp. It looks like. Doesn't matter. Terrorists are gonna try to split B. It looks like. Looks like this is gonna be a contact play. Really seeing if we can get. Oh, a spray doesn't happen, but Score Coffee's gonna pull Tyler out of the round. Really seeing if we can get these AKs activated here. Oh, Ozzy gets one. Sees the second, but
No,
Box is
so
gonna
close.
get the shot through the wall. Jazo's out B. Gonna get this plant. I do like this. 2v1. Score is a little bit removed, but they're gonna come up Cat quickly, and here it is. The join of the teammate. Up to Bean to really close out this round, and there's not much he's gonna be able to do unless he pushes this. Here it comes. MP9 in hand. You know, this isn't as close as them rushing out with pistols. Oh, spotted. I like this. Just play with them, toying with the food. Thanks one's in apps. Nobody's there. Nobody's home. Nice round from the terrorists there.
Yeah, definitely. You got to give some credit to Score Coffee for those kills. That was actually really nice. Delaying the mid, getting what he needed for the trades. And then the play by Jazo on site, post plant, spotting the lone CT coming out to get them and realizing he doesn't see me. I see him. I'm going to reposition. Let's play this right. It was a perfect bait and switch.
I mean, sometimes it's better to play the time than it is to play a player. So, I like this though. Gonna take a smaller approach to it. Score Coffee's gonna go get behind boxes. Rifle on rifle action here. Dark range smoked off. Not gonna see. Oh, gets lucky. Griffin trying to line up that kill through the smoke. It's just not gonna connect. Tyler smoked off from connector. Oh, dark range spotted though. They know one's ladder. Sagan gonna try to push out long. Here it is. What do we got? Sees one triple. The Molly's gonna move him out of position. Oh, gets the kill actually after Ozzy gets an opener. Sagan follows it up on Tylord as well. 2v3 for the CT. A 2v5 for the CT. Sagan sitting on 3 HP. Jazo gonna be a monster though. That's definitely something that I like. That the drop off gonna keep the CT guessing on where they are. Man, 3 kills from Sagan there.
I think both teams are coming in here really wanting to get the early lead advantage. They want to win the game, obviously, but it's not even just they're not thinking about the long term, the long game here. They're thinking about right now. We can win this right here, this round. And you can see a lot of aggression coming out here. It's also pretty clear to me, like, this is a map that they're all familiar on. They know the angles, they know the plays, they know the grenades. So this is territory they all feel familiar enough to take these aggressive angles.
So CT is gonna push down a ramp. Oh no! Shot between the goalposts. Nothing for Score Coffee there. T's need to accelerate. Oh no. We have a player that's gonna get the shot on the back. Yep, there it is. Google MK also has the AK as they fall down. Not able to connect on Griffin, and not a tall order though. They wipe it up very easy. Jazo, 3 kills. I mean, I'm not calling Stud a stud until there's Stud and Jazo's a stud.
You know, it does surprise me. I really feel like that counter-terrorist play could have gone the other way. Like, I understand you're up against CAKs, you shouldn't be getting anything, right, like that. But, like, once you get Score Coffee caught off guard, it's like, okay, move on. And, okay, the second guy gets 1 kill. If the guys with the AK, the counter-terrorists with the AK, had managed to get the refrag there, could have been a different ballgame. Same thing also with the B site. If there was a trade on that, would have been beautiful.
So, things panning down here. We're going to have an A hit come in from the T's. Mollying off air. Double molly under. Not sure if anybody's there. We've seen B capitalize on this position before, and it's going to get a second. Switch to the USPS, but that's all they're going to be good for. Fox is going to flash out, push through the smoke, catches him off guard. Shaking, dabbing on sight. 3v2. 3v1. 3v no one.
Good retake.
That was a very good retake.
You see what I mean about the pacing? The pacing is like, they want it now. They want to go. There's like, why are we waiting? We know where they are. We know what they're doing. Everyone wants to go, go, go. I like it. I actually like fast pacing. As long as you know when to slow it down, you know, there's no reason to artificially slow things down.
No, I think it's also one of those pivotal moments where it's, you know, the T's are still kind of executing on a site, catch them off guard before they get in those post plants. I really like it.
Yeah, we saw that last map with the plant on the A bomb site on Dust on the A bomb site box, and the counter terrorists realized, hey, you know, they didn't plant yet. Let's push it, and they got the kill. Unfortunately, they didn't get the round, but the same thought process was going on here, I think.
Yeah, Terrorists gonna come out here, even though they lost that round, they're still gonna have a really good buy. Op sitting on Griffins, followed by 4 AKs. Molly off, they're
He's
gonna
pushing
hold
up.
content. Oh,
That's a
Tyler
bomb.
catches them off guard. Yep, aware of where it is. The Molly isn't gonna fall where they want it to, but that's okay. Dark Rain's gonna go ahead and get in here. Tease. Oh
2.
no. Ooh, how about a third? Score coffee so far removed. They're running back, but mid player's already on it. They're aware. Yeah, I think here you just try to get what kills you can, and 1 kill, and that's it. Dark Rain with the 3K. That double collat. It's not a collat fully, but the lineup was there.
I like that push. You have 1 engagement coming from underpass. You know, that kill was critical because it pulled the attention of all the terrorists. Like, hey, we got to deal with this guy in the flank. We got to retrieve the bomb. Let's go together. And the fact that the counter terrorists had somebody already ready to push apps, Dark Rain, that was fantastic. It was brilliant CS.
Yeah, I mean, that's really that just team play that we're talking about, to be aware. I have a player underpass. Can I get this quick hand draw on them and catch them off guard? And it really came in play. Fast push. Gonna rush through the molly, but a second molly's gonna come up. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
3 kills via utility. No. And then the jump up on a van is just gonna be too much. Score coffee. 57 HP. Teams down, burned, naded, mauled. The minion, the buff minion, not able to connect. Dark Rain again, 3 kills. I mean,
That's
unfortunate.
brutal. That's the kind of hold you want, honestly. When you're a CT, you dream of those types of moments where it's just a wall of fire and grenades and
Just let it do the work for you.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you want. And then it just looks like you're an absolute genius.
Well, still a buyback in here for terrorists, but if they lose this round, this will be the last one they probably have. Fast A push, gonna catch Bean off. Should have stuck behind default. Oh, Saken! Cracking the headshots. Oh my gosh. Gonna cross into CT as well. I like this map control they're taking. Google set up for it though. Gonna catch them off guard. That's one of your entries right there removed. So we have seen CTs retake a site fairly easy. Can they do it again? Smoke is gonna kind of counter them right now. 1 CT, 2 stairs. They're gonna come out. Oh. Box and Dark Rain gonna get 3 kills between them, 4 kills. Man, Dark Rain with another 3K.
I think that hold by Smoke Stores fell apart because they weren't really as aware of what each one was watching. I think the guy who was sandwiched was expecting someone to be watching for the push below stairs, but he got caught out completely. The retake was nice. It was fast. It was clean. They really took advantage of the fact that Smoke Stores were not ready.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unfortunate. You take the site off of 2 off the back of, who was it, Saken, and just kind of crumble behind it. That's just unfortunate. Lactose Legends, though, on fire, trying to wrap up the CT half with a couple more round wins. I do like the fast takes that we've seen from the terrorists, though. I think they've been catching the CTs off. Griffin connected with Ozzy. Nade followed suit. There's 2 kills opened for Dark Rain. Are we going to see a third out of them? At this point, I want to see Dark get another one. Get that 3K, Dark. We have a standard, and we expect you to provide, and you did. 3Ks, 9 kills over 3 rounds for Dark Rain, really coming in, setting the tone for CT side.
15 kills, 4 deaths. Dark Rain showing how to hold down
CT side.
the line. Yeah, he's playing phenomenally well right now.
And T's able to buy back in though. They keep me wrong. Saken gonna fall down. That's definitely one of your heaviest hitters in the early rounds. So Curious to see if we're gonna have anything else mash up quite like we did. The Molly gonna protect underpass, misses the window Molly. That would have been detrimental to hit there. Bean's already aware that they're mid or B. See, this call is gonna be coming in. Oh, two Molly. I don't think we've witnessed as much utility deaths as we've seen in this game.
No, I think you're right. They know, though, where to throw the utility. They're so familiar, both teams, with this map. They know what to throw and where to throw it.
I mean, yeah, within the last 4 rounds, we've seen, what, 3 Molly kills and 3 nade kills, I believe. Absolutely bonkers. Nade gonna blow the smoke, but it's not gonna connect on any terrorist. That's okay. Griffin's gonna get it. There's still one more CT, so they need to be aware the Tie Lord's here. Oh, catches 1. Need to cross over, get in good post positions. Tyler's round to win here. Not able to connect, but lowers Jzo down. It's just a 1v3 here. Has a chance though. If you can get these kills to fly in your way. 1. Gonna go ahead and go save. Not aware. I mean, that's the benefit of us spectating, is we're aware that Griffin's on 2 HP. He has no clue of that. Okay, 4 rounds. I mean, at this point, if you're SAR, you're trying to pick up that 5th round. A 7-5 half is not bad. I'd even go to say that a 4-round pickup on Seaside Mirage is not a bad win at the end of the day.
Yeah, 7-5 is always doable, because if you walk away with a pistol round and the conversion, you know, you're doing really well. It's fine. It's a brand new half. When you get to 8-4, you're kind of fighting a little bit uphill.
Yeah. So, T's electing to default again, sending 1 a ramp. 3 are going to go middle. 1 is going to go and push up into apps. Looks like they might be dropping down a lower though. Yep, they are. The Molly's coming in on box. Doesn't have to use the util though, so they're not. Oh, that nade. Do they have 1 more? I think they're aware. Spore's looking like he's aware that somebody's in there. Bean is down. Saken just mopping them up over there on A. A side is fallen. Box is going to go peek from jungle, but I don't think he's aware that Saken's already down into CT. Oh, doesn't get the flick. I really like this from the T side. Dark has to reload. You know, we've been asking 3Ks out of Dark. Not going to get it done. Instead, we're going to get a 3K from Saken to win that round.
7-5 halftime score for Lactose Legends, switching over to their T side now. A lot of this is going to come down to how, I mean, obviously, I mean, the whole match is going to come down to how these teams play on the different sides, but I think it's going to matter more in some ways whether Lactose Legends has a good playbook coordinated to take advantage of the fact that Smokesaurs are not playing with their full team. Again, a reminder to those just tuning in that Smokesaurs is playing with 3 subs and doing a fantastic job.
Yes.
But they're not able to coordinate to what you'd expect for a team of 5. So really, Lactose Legends need to take advantage of this, run it down as a team, play way more coordinated CS.
So slow round coming out of the T side. CT's not anxious. I like this. No one over rotating yet. Although when this noise is made here on A, they're going to have to get out there quick. Here it comes. T's pushing up quickly. Are we going to see these dualies really come into effect? Oh, gets 1. Saken, though, gets 2 frags. Taps away. Whew. Just left to Google MK. I mean, I'm not saying it's ruled out yet, but 4v1 on a pistol round, you got to have some magic in your back pocket. And they're
Smart
wherever
move.
you are.
Yeah, he's backing off. Notice that counter-terrorist does not want to fight this. It's like, look, it's Google MK. Don't throw it away. Like, what's the point? 4v1 is hard enough, right? Like, I mean, or 1v4 is hard enough to win. Why give him a 1v3 and make it easier?
Here it is. He's just going to have... Don't give him the 1v1s, though. That's for sure. 3v1. It is definitely the CT's round to lose, and Saken is going to take that 4K and say not a chance. 7v7-6. I mean, here it is. Just like you mentioned, pick up this conversion round. You got a tie game here.
Yeah, I think they can do it. I don't know. What would you say nowadays with the way that everything is? Take everything into account, the smoke lineups and everything, the state of CS. CT side on Mirage. You think it's still a CT sided map?
I always say each map is whichever sided, whichever side I'm on. But realistically, as we're established, I'll go ahead and answer this for you. Realistically, I really think that as far as choke points being held by CTs, Mirage is not a map that stands out to me that it's super CT sided. It can feel like that with Palace and Apps, but that mid control, if you can really hit the shots with the AK, even against an op down range, rounds can fall in the way of T side. So as we get connected, I do appreciate everybody being patient with us. Looks like we have a little bit of a tech issue on our hands. Gonna try to get things straightened. I'm not sure if we had that conversion. We did have the conversion. So looks like we're tuning in now live to the 7-7 round. Smokosaurus gonna go off against a partial buy. Have some FAMASs, MP9, A1, A4, A1S, 5 AKs on the side of T side though. Oh, MP9 rushing up by Jazo. Not going to connect, though. Griffin going to fall back. Avoids the nade, but a lot of utility or a lot of damage done to the T side. Wow. Dark Rain able to get a kill. Get a second kill. They're going to call it 3K Rain at this point. Not sure what is happening here. Looks like we're lagging out a bit. I'm going to try to call this slow-mo game as best as I can. I'm just playing. We're not having audio issues. It's just a game. Gonna take it down. Observer's gonna see if they can reboot the machine or something. We can hear the game in the background. I still hear AKs rifling off, so I know the round's not over. Not sure who's alive. Bomb is going down. It is down. Bomb is ticking. We're in a 1v2 here.
Flank. Oh. Turn around.
Oh, come on. Almost. Round 1. 3K again. Dark Rain. We're gonna have to just tag him 3K.
From what we saw there, though, that was Dark Rain doing the majority of the killing at the beginning of the round. Obviously, we missed out in the mid and almost the complete end of that round. But for what we saw, Dark Rain, absolute MVP. And obviously, Google MK to finish it off. That flank was just legendary. Came through the smoke at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, really just one of those little key pieces that some teams just need that luck, and that flank was there to win the round. Jazo electing to tuck in the window. Gonna try to catch some tees off after they come down, and I do really like this play. Aussie, MP9 in hand. I don't think Jazo needs to try to spray through the window there. I think you just set up a post. Dark Rain has one of his first 3. Can he connect on this? There's the second. There's the third. Might even get a 4K out of Rain here. Saken. Gonna go ahead and backpedal. Oh, surrounded. That's unfortunate. And there is the shotgun from Tyler to wrap up the round. I don't think I've seen another player in any of the matches that we've casted had more 3Ks than Dark Rain has tonight.
It's definitely hard to think of another EPE game where you've had anyone perform like that. 24 and 9. That's 24 kills, 9 deaths. We are only 16 rounds in. 16 rounds in, and he's got 24 kills.
I mean, that's dream game, life game. Check his PC, admins. Kid's having a life game. Here it comes out again. There's one. I expect 3 again. Not gonna get it. Teammate's gonna go ahead and swag away those kills. Tylord says, nope, my turn to get 3K. I think this is where we're just saying that, as I mentioned, just if you're AK game and you're, I mean, there is a lot of factor into this of they're in the right position at the right time, but just some of these duels that we're seeing, we saw it from Jayzo on the last map. Now it's falling in the way of the terrorist side. It's just hard to compete with when you're just getting out fragged.
I see the chat is talking up Dark Rain, saying that
Talk
this
him
is
up.
just a regular day for him.
Just a normal day in the lab. Although Saken gonna take him out of the round. Box gonna try to peek out from Palace, catch one of the CTs off guard. Not gonna get it. Score Coffee's ready for it. Aussie follows it up on Tylord. Google MK sitting in apps. Gonna push up. Terrorists look like they're repositioning to go ahead and take this B site. 2v5. And we have Aussie peeking B apps, so any noise made here, he's going to be aware and he's going to be calling the troops over. I do like this place. They're going to be so focused on window. One may peek it, but in all honesty, this stage of the round with 56 seconds, they're going to get caught crossing most likely. It doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and take that aggressive peek. And oh, Jayzo drops him before we can even get to the next sentence. 8 to 10.
Clothesline through the window.
I'm telling you, those quick when the observer flips to somebody and you just get that movement and that just erase. It's just nothing like it. Like us casting
Scoreline.
this game, come play EPE. We'll cast your game one day.
Absolutely. And the scoreline here is pretty even, 10-8. This is another close game. This is exactly. The AK?
Jayzo. I'm telling you, went from practice squad to a hero very quickly. Dark Rain. Gonna try to fuel it up. Gets naded off. Down to 75. Gonna go ahead and try to spam through that smoke in the connector. Gets one kill there. Google MK is gonna be neutralized though. We do have one up cat into ladder room. Griffin, oh, the audio cue is gonna get him. Oh, sometimes util can just be a sin. Tyler's gonna go back off. They have one posted up in window. We did see this in pro play this past week a lot, where a lot of teams are caught off with this. They're gonna hear him. Yep. Knows one's market. I don't know if they know a second, but oh no. The connector player is about to just be eliminated. Make the lemonade, because that man just got eliminated. Jayzo gonna nade in. Nothing happening there though. T's are already gonna take A site. Bomb's gonna be going down quickly. There it is. 2 CTs coming from CT. Now there is low health on Dark Rain, but if you're gonna approach the 3K champ, you better be ready to frag out.
Oh no, Griffin.
There it is
You can
again, a
see
3K.
the
A 3K
pressure.
again.
Because you gotta run in fast. Oh, but you know what was nice about the post plant? If you know Dark Rain grabbing the op here, I think that was possibly an example of Bogdan's rule there, with the lower health player taking the op.
28 and 11.
2 more kills and he gets 30. He's gonna drop 30, and we're not even it's not even match point.
Where do I need to go after the match to have him sign a jersey? All right, so as we get into this next round, 3 terrorists top and middle. Gonna start barking down it, making a lot of noise. CTs are aware. I mean, at this point, can you even stop them? That's the question they're asking themselves. Being down, I think about right now, the only firepower that can really compete with him is Jayzo. Aussie's there quick though. Just not able to get anything cooking on A. Google's gonna take it and jump up towards Tetris. Griffin though gets the cheeky kill. I'm a little sad, and I'm not gonna see a 3K out of Dark now. But that's all right. Let's see if we can see SAR pull back into this round. 4v2. Obviously, it's their round to lose, and as I say that, Tylord's gonna bring it down into a 1v3. Knows one's A. I think he's aware that one is in window. Bomb down chair, it looks like. Oh, that's unfortunate, Aussie. Oh, Ty Lord, not like this. Not like this. Although I will say, if there's anybody you do not want to be in a 1v1 in this series, it's Jazo. Coming up connector, gets the kill. 3 kill again. Maybe it's just the night of the 3K.
Jason knew what he was doing there. He heard the other player running to get the bomb, and he knows it's a 1v1, right? The guy's running away, so he repositions to inside connector, knowing that that was already cleared, that no one was, fighting him from that angle. So he positions to a place where the other player is not going to suspect him to be. That's perfect CS positioning.
So T's on a light by here. 2 shotguns busted out, a CZ, 2 pistols. Not much you can do here. It's definitely an opportunity for Smokosaurus to pick up another round and pull 1 round closer. Google MK, gonna go ahead and go apps. We do have a spread out though this time. 2 A ramp, 1 inside a palace waiting for a push, and then 1 in apps. CT's not biting though. Said definitely calling out that this is definitely Nico. That MP9 is gonna be deadly. Unless this Deagle connects from box. Google though, oh, might get the sneak out. Oh, here's it. Audio cue down. Done. FAMAS is too good. Beautiful skin, by the way. Score coffee, gonna be ready. Bean is aware. Oh, able to connect with the shotgun. You love to see it. Jazo's ops gonna connect on the middle of sight twice. There it is. Easy round from the CTs. I like it. I mean, it was their round to lose. Let me just take a peek over here, see what we got going. So, I like to try to give some match scores throughout the course of the game that we're casting, but from what I've heard from management, a lot of teams are unable to play tonight, so we have a lot of reschedules. I'll figure out what that date is, guys, and let you know. But I think it's towards the end of October. So Jazo gonna break the smoke here, see if he can get a cheeky kill up middle. Nothing's gonna connect, backing off. Oh, Saken gonna take their try at it, nothing home. I do like the thought process in that though. Frags coming in the way of Saken now. Oh, nothing hitting home. We have ourselves a tied game. Chat, I see y'all popping off in there. Who do you think's gonna win this match?
Yeah, this is the time to start really figuring out what's going on. 11-11. Both teams need to really start thinking about where they're going. You do not have many rounds left. You got 2 rounds left. Terrorists are not going to be on a goodbye. They don't have anything except, it looks like Deagles and, I don't know, maybe a P250 or something.
Yeah.
I think they're giving up this round because they want to win the last round. So they're aiming for overtime.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think our hope is that Lactose maybe gets some crazy Deagle shots, pulls us to a 12-11, or we're going to try to see a play for overtime here. 4T's going to stack up on middle. AK in hand is taken. Griffin going to connect on Dark Rain. No 3K coming out there. Gets a second. Oh, the nade utility coming up middle. Not going to connect quite like we thought it was going to. There's Box. Trying to get some magic coming, but that's a tall order. Google MK, gonna go ahead and walk through Palace.
No bomb.
I mean, no bomb. Pistol in hand. Dream in the other. Sweat glazing down the forehead. What can he get done here? Bomb site's free. Problem is you're bomb free. It doesn't matter. Score Coffee's gonna wrap it up. Centronics, I do really hope we get overtime here. I want an instant classic. I want them to talk about season 0 for the rest of their lives. You may forget this, but your children won't. Lactose Legends trying to pull it back 12-12.
They got to go all out right here. And it's interesting. They didn't call a timeout. There's no timeout. There's no thinking about this. They're going to do this hurry up huddle and run out there and go.
Yeah, I mean, just leave it to the aim at this point. Jazo gonna miss the opening op shot. Flash out. I do like this. Dark Rain pulled off. I think he's gonna need a 3K to pull his team through. Oh, the smoke, the break smoke works in the favor of the CTs, but Bean quickly wraps that up. They're gonna try to take B by force here up Cat. Griffin posted up. Oh, not able to connect. Things are not going the way of the CTs right now. A 4v2 as Jazo gets in to
Oh,
market.
I
Yeah,
think
he's
we're going to
completely blocked
overtime.
out here. This feels like an overtime. First opener, I don't know. Can we pull back to a 2v2? If they get into a 2v2, this could be a very close into the game here. I think Tyler is going to get anxious and peek. No, I like the patience here. This is it. Activate Tylord. There it is. Good round. I do like the change of pace there. Kills really falling in the way of the terrorists. I mean, like I mentioned, the AKs just can be so deadly.
You know, and that was a good time for the Lexus Legend to step up there and start getting some kills. Dark Rain, despite popping off for like the majority of the game, has been silent for like 3 rounds. It was his team that pulled that over the line there to get to overtime without any kills from him. So now that we're finally in overtime, everybody's got the big money. They can bring out the big guns. Dark Rain on the op. Now he's going to probably come out back with a vengeance. They're
Oh, yeah.
motivated. Let's go.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, the peak was there. Gets hit on the headshot. Down to 16 HP. One nade. There it is. Removed from the round. Terrace gonna go ahead and swarm out of A though. They're gonna go ahead and commit on the death of their teammate. Google MK not is able to connect. Box gets a frag as well. We're in a 3v4 here. Oh. Oh this oh no.
Oh, no.
The nade could have been deadly. Oh, gets the kill through the smoke though. Where somebody was trash can. Griffin switches out. He may need to reload here. There it is. 2 coming from CT. I do like this squeeze that we're seeing from the CTs. When this smoke clears, terrorists are really going to be pressured, especially if you're sitting firebox. Oh,
The
Tylord knocked down to 20. They heard that headshot. They're aware that he is there. There's one. Oh, he's going to get swarmed. There's nothing you can do there. I like this. Easy frags rolling in the way of Smokeosaurs. I'm not going to be biased the last half. I said I was going to be biased during the game, and we're not in the game. We're in overtime, and I want to see these boys win.
Well, I have to give him credit though, as someone who is unbiased. I actually think that was a really good retake. They played it well. I like that they had, like the firebox player is pinned back. He's been dinked already through the box, right? So he doesn't want to peek. It'd be kind of stupid to give up the kill there. So all 3 counter-terrorists are pushing together from the same area, and they peek the other player together, and then they deal with the firebox player. Brilliant retake.
Yeah, 4 T's coming out middle though. This is gonna be a stomping ground as they march down. Gonna go quick to Cat. Oh, have to be ready. Box is already up. Gonna catch off. Yeah, Dark Rain doesn't get the second kill. Bean's gonna pick it up with the assist from Dark. Jazo holding down B. Gonna have to be ready for this. Gets one. Aware that there's a second. Another player's gonna go ahead and come up. Cat, what are we doing here? Backing off. Oh, A is taken. Yep. 1v3 Jazo. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're going to have a bad time here. This is either a save or a 1v3 miracle that we're about to have on our hands. Here it comes. Yep. Don't go through Murder Hole. Nobody goes, all my friends don't mess with Murder Hole. I like it.
I think they can hear him just running to CT.
Oh, yeah.
They know what's going down.
He's stomping around. I think at this point, try to keep him honest. Maybe try to get a cheeky death to the bomb or something like that. But as we're aware in overtime, you're going to have a lot of money. So, not last round, not live long. Lactose going to pick up 13. We have a tied game on our hands again.
This could go either way. Money's still good in overtime for both teams. No real issues.
CS on the mind. Every time I think of that sticker, I also think of that gun. So, terrorists gonna go ahead and bust out a default, it looks like. Yep. Electing to send the bomb towards the middle. CT's aggressive though. They're up Cat already. Gonna try to get this peak down into lower. 4T's posted up, gets one, gets two. Can we get another? Box is gonna drill it back. Oh, two kills quickly coming in the way of the CTs. Saken caught off guard though, and it's up to Dark Rain. We've seen 3Ks out of him. It's gonna be up to him to get a 4K here. Oh, not coming in. Score Coffee's gonna catch him down connector. 14-13. I do like the two CT rounds. I mean, we did actually see Smoke Source post. You know, they didn't post the best T side half, but they showed that they could win in the last time they were on this side. So curious to see, can they pick up 2 rounds?
Yeah, I think it's going to depend a little bit more on Dark Rain showing up like he was in the first half. I think he's not been playing well in the last few rounds. He's gotten kind of cold. Either they've just been able to, contain him, or it's so hard to maintain that level of play that he's just dropping off. But CT side, things can change. Now he doesn't have to be pushing; he can hold.
Yeah, I mean, we've really seen the pickup from Ty Lord on his half. That CT half really pick up a lot of that slack. Although I will say, nobody's standing out. Saken on 25 kills, but you're kind of seeing the kills flow a little better on the T side right now. I mean, obviously that's from their last half, and as I say, that Saken CS picks up 2 frags to open it up on a bomb site. Gonna go ahead and smoke off jungle. Box is gonna get ahead of this. Might be able to play a cheeky play. Griffin, yep, there it is, but they're aware that he's there. A 4v3, A site is taken. Oh, I don't know if I'm Saken there. You have to engage there. There's no need to really push that far. You kind of stay up towards like ticket or something like that. Bomb's gonna go down. Not gonna catch off the T planning. Jazo's gonna get caught after the first kill through box. It's just up to Score Coffee. Gonna get one. Heard that other footstep. Oh, what a shot coming in from Google. This Molly could be. Oh, Score gets the frag. 15 rounds, Smokeosaurus.
Great hold by Score Coffee. Yeah, you know what? I think he was having a second thought about planning on A. He started to run back out connector and then thought about it again and came back, or maybe he was, I don't know, picking up a gun or something, but it seemed to me like he was contemplating running away, and his team called him back. No, we're going to plant. So they planted, and everyone's dying around him, but he held it together and got the 1v2. Great job by him. He kept it together.
I mean, that's one of the issues when you're in a 1v1. If you pull out that utility and give that noise audio of where you're at, it sets up a terrorist or a CT to really peek you and take advantage of that. The Molly...
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Yeah. Aussie's down to the utility, though, so already a 5v4 for the CTs. Dark's going to try to play around this smoke on Cat, catch somebody going down middle. I think he's going to get... Oh, 2 kills coming in quick. 3 kills coming in. Score Coffee. Man of the hour right now. 2 CTs left on A. I don't know that Griffin saving Coffee there. I thought he was a dead man walking. 4v1. Do say this is looking grim for Ty Lord. That AUG, though, can do some damage, although I don't think he's going to be ready for one already this close CT. Oh, no. This is a done deal. You can't save here, buddy. You got to go for the win.
I don't see a way in.
I don't see a way in. This is it right here. Dead. Smokeosaurs sneaking off a second map with 3 subs.
That was a great team performance by a team that isn't even really a team. 3 of those players are not on the team. They're subs for the team. It's fantastic. And you were saying Score Coffee isn't even from this tier.
No,
he came down from the mid tier to
came up from Guardian, stepped into the role, showed us that he is capable of making some highlight clips there. I mean, just overall, I mean, and that's what really kind of separates just normal Counter-Strike from other games. Yes, you may not be as skilled, or you haven't played together as long, or you don't have any executions that you can run on a site, but if you can come together and crack up, have fun, show that you can out aim some players, I mean, some magic can really be delivered, and I think that's what we saw tonight.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room in this game for individual skill, but also team skill. There's a lot of dimensions to Counter-Strike, a lot of depth to it, and it's really fun to see when it's played at the highest level. And I mean, this was the highest tier, an example of two teams from the highest tier in EPE playing tonight. And I'll tell you, the entertainment value was absolutely through the roof. I could not believe how close these games were. One of them almost going to overtime, and the second one absolutely going into overtime. A
Yeah.
great back and forth, great performance. I mean, I know he didn't win, but I really want to give a shout out to Dark Rain's performance there. Like,
Yeah.
that was absolutely insane. 3K after 3K after 3K.
I mean, I'm probably going to get a text alert in 2 hours that he got another 3K. That's how on it he was.
I mean, I know the chat was saying that this is how he plays. He's just like that. This isn't anything unusual for him. I didn't see any of the stats today for what he was looking like coming into this week, but it's something I might have to take a look for next time, because it did not look like a usual performance to me. And if he's playing like this normally, that's crazy.
I mean, it was. I mean, I still can't get around how well Dark was playing tonight. I mean, nobody really. Jazo stood out on Dust 2. We definitely saw some electrifying kills on that. Definitely some clotheslines, but it just seemed, not every kill that Dark Rain was getting was just a one hit wonder or a standout kill. It was just consistent, good Counter Strike that kept winning the rounds.
Yeah, it was definitely the team that played a little bit more normally, I think, would win the round. Sometimes you can get a little bit too into the mind games, and you can kind of play against what you should be doing. But if you notice, like the teams that are a little bit more disciplined, like if you know somebody's in a position, aim there. Don't start getting into a wild idea of like, well, if I can just, even though I know he's there and I know he's going to peek me, if I just peek this other angle first, kill 3 people, and then turn back to the first angle, then I'll be able to, to get a highlight clip of the year. It's like, that's not likely going to happen. Like, there are times where you need to outplay the opponents, outbrain them and everything, and do the stupid move that it turns out to be the smart move because it's a counter. But most of the time, it's just fundamental CS. And we got to see a lot of that.
Yeah, enjoy casting and getting to spectate a lot of these global games. I do enjoy the others, but here, as we mentioned, you get really kind of that higher caliber Counter Strike. Even if you have subs, you just are you bringing your aim? Like you can run and execute on us. I mean, we didn't really see a lot of that tonight. We didn't see a full A execute from either team. We didn't see a full B execute. There was no. We did see window get smoked, but we're not any mid smoke instas or anything like that. So something that I do want to hope to see in our next casting. We have seen it before, but tonight was just raw aim. Who in this event can out aim who? And the rounds were falling in the way of Legend for a while, but it just seemed like SAR could just sneak their way back in.
Yeah, definitely. I was surprised though that I think it was Smokasaur's that on their T side they were throwing um, a lurk smoke out mid and then throwing a lot of the utility over the boxes at mid.
Yep.
They weren't actually smoking window, which to me was kind of wild that they were giving a little bit more freedom to the opper. But you can't argue with success, can you?
No, it's a hard thing. You you either suffer in defeat or you watch up as somebody else's win. And luckily tonight for SAR, they were the winners.
Yeah, fantastic performance. They've got to be happy. For that matter, you've got to be happy.
Oh, I'm extremely happy. I can tell you, as we've had to have quite a bit of subs this year, and to be able to see us collectively get a team together at 45 minutes before the match and see these guys come out and be unsure of how they're going to do and succeed and get the win, let alone 2 wins. I mean, that's one that should boost the morale of the team as a whole, and it should boost us as GMs and AGMs. So it's really good to see.
And it probably boosts the value of the subs today. I mean, I think Smoke Coffee and the others are going to be going back, going like, "Yeah, we had a good night tonight."
Yeah, these other GMs better not be trying to take my subs. I can tell you, we've had a good string of subs. I do want to shout out. We've been calling them out. Google has sub for us. Did an exponentially good job. Meshed really good. It's really good when you pick up somebody randomly and they just fit. And we were able to see him get signed, and it kind of alludes to what we've been speaking to over the last couple of weeks, that season 0 isn't just a one-time registration. You got to wait, sign up, sub. Teams will see that. They'll recognize what you're doing. Are you a one league wonder? Somebody might need you. So make sure you guys join.
And if you're not, able to play, but you're able to cast or something like that along that line, the media team, I mean, I think they're still looking for people to cast and observe. So there's always that option. Next game, I believe, is Wednesday, same time,
Yep.
9 p.m. Eastern. Two games, the best of two format, just like tonight. But we'll find out who we're casting as we get closer to that date.
Yeah, anybody that wants to join up the league, whether it's to cast, play, always you can type exclamation Discord in chat. It'll link you straight to our Discord. We have a website as well. Check us out. We're always looking for people to sub in. We're always looking for new players. We host tournaments on, I think we've been doing two 2v2 tournaments the last few weeks on Face It. So there's opportunities to win Face It points. Come out, show us who you are, show us your skill set. Maybe there are big things ahead of you. So I think with that, Bible and Synthronix, we're going to go ahead and probably call it here. We do appreciate everybody that hung out with us. It's always good to see the chat as vocal as it is. Make sure you guys tune back in for us Wednesday. And until next time, frag out.